Good evening. Thank you for tuning in to Higher Occult Perspective. Before we start, we give thanks and praise to the Creator of all. We give thanks and praise to all the gods and goddesses of light. We give thanks and praise to our divine parents. We give thanks and praise to all our ancestors, known and unknown. We give thanks and praise to all the sentient beings of light. Thanks and praise to all the light workers. Thank you and welcome to our channel. A lot you have heard in recent news in the past few months about this whole thing, Porta Potty. Mainly Dubai was the most in the news, but it's a phenomenon or a practice that's been going on for thousands of years all over the world. For those of you who don't know, it's when some people get thrown out to some countries, and basically some people, they get paid a lot of money to have doo-doo or excrement on them. They have to be shat on. We're on YouTube. You have to be careful how we use the language. So, and a lot of money is paid, but it's an old, very old practice. Now we're stepping into the occult. We're not gonna talk about that practice as a sexual kink, but more its spiritual ramifications. So before we do, before we get to the teaching, I'm gonna tell you a little story. The story it's a true story, but we're going to change the names and the places for obvious reasons. It's a story of a very, very young and beautiful young lady. She was about 19, 20. So she used to do a very hard job. She would sell donuts in the streets. In some parts of the world, some people do that. She would sell donuts in the street. So one day, this very older gentleman, wealthier, saw her and he said, "Young lady, you're so pretty and beautiful. Why would you demean yourself by doing such a job?" She said, "Well, sir, that's all I have to support myself and help my family." And he took a liking to her and say, "Well, over the course of many interactions, I want to take care of you. I want you to be my woman, so you never have to do that kind of job ever again." In the beginning, she was a little doubtful, but he kept his promise. He would take care of her, give her a huge amount of money, take her out, take her shopping. He was what we would call today a sugar daddy. He never asked for sex, nothing, just a companionship. So, over the course of a few months, going in and out like that, he told the young lady, "We've known each other for a while. I would love to meet your mother or your family." The young lady replies, "Well, the only person in my family that's still alive now is my mother. I forgot to mention in the beginning, the young lady was the only child." So she took this man to sit down to finally meet her mother, because the man said, "My goal is to I want to marry you." And that's also one of the reasons he always said, "That's why I don't want sex from you, to show you how devoted and serious I am." He went and met the mother. The mother, he looks like a nice gentleman, respectable and everything. She gave the blessing. They kept, seeing each other. Until one day, the gentleman invited the lady to a hotel. He said, "Listen, before she went to the hotel, he called her and said, 'Listen, I would love for us to go away for a weekend. But before we do, I want you to go tell your mother that I invited you somewhere. We're going away, daughter to be known as, the lady that any man gets into the hotel. So the man told the young lady, go speak to your mother first, get her blessing, and then come, which the young lady did. So the young lady met this gentleman at the hotel. This is the speech he gave her. He said, hey, listen, we're going to call the young lady Mary. Sorry for all the Marys out there, but it's not about you. He said, listen, Mary, I love you so much. You know, we've been seeing each other for a very long time. I'll take good care of you. I've given you everything you need. I never asked for anything. But the reason why we're meeting at this hotel today is for one reason. I don't even want to have sex with you, but there's this one thing that really turns me on sexually. If you can do that for me, that would really send me to the heavens. The young lady said, well, what is it? He said, I want to lay down, and I want you to defecate on my chest. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was the other way around. He said, I want you to defecate on your chest. That's it. It really turns me on. And he said, you don't have to worry about anything, you can take a quick shower. And he gave her a lump sum of money. She said, listen, I'm really serious, I love you and everything. To which the young lady, she thought about it. She said, well, this man, he never really asked me for anything. Well, if he wants to defecate on my chest, where's the harm in that? It's not like, I want to take a quick shower. All right. She complied. The man did it. He was having a ball when he did it. And then it was done. When he finished, he gave her another lump sum of money as a sign of gratitude and everything. They left the hotel and everything. The young lady, while leaving the hotel, on her way to the taxi stand, she noticed something. There was a weird smell about her, like, the smell of, So she said, I took a shower. I really struck myself. She brushed it off. Said, well, maybe the memories are fresh. She grabbed the cab. She got in the back of the cab. After a few minutes, the cab driver said, Miss, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be disrespectful. But is everything okay? The young lady asked, why do you ask? She said, well, there's this odd, very odd smell about you. Like, you smell like, you. The young lady said, well, no, it must be your cab or something. Now, that's the second time. The young lady got home. She gave the mother the money. Said, this man, I'm going to get all this. The mother was happy, and the mother said, well, Mary, is everything okay? I said, yeah, why are you asking that? You smell funny. Now, this is the third time. She didn't say anything. She brushed it off. Days went by. The smell got worse. She really smelled. Not only she was smelling like excrement, she was also smelling as if her whole body was decomposing. The smell got so bad, the whole house was smelling like it. Now, the mother is worried. The mother started pressing her, what's really going on? Why? So she finally told her mother what she did a few days earlier with the older gentleman. Now, the mother is worried. The first thing they did, they took her to the hospital. The doctors did all the exams, blood, urine, and feces. All the results came negative. But the smell, and the young lady was losing weight and smelling really, really bad. Now they don't know what to do. So they went to a witch doctor or practitioner. He looked at her, he looked down into it. Then he explained to the young lady what the older gentleman did. Basically, that practice he did was a very old and ancient dark magic practice that we call expert. The fact that he defecated on her, marked her. He marked her. Even though she cleaned it, he marked her, meaning he went past the physical body. It attached itself to her soul, her aura as well. Because through that practice, that man kind of got wealthier. Because all the little thing he was doing for her, it was to also put her guard and defenses down. So, the witch doctor said, at this point, you guys came to see me a little late. And also, the man who did that to your daughter is too powerful for me. If I even try, I'm going to lose my life. They went from witch doctor to witch doctor. Nobody could do anything if John was dying. Ladies and gentlemen, by the time he reached the worst point, the young lady has lost so much weight and the smell got so bad. Basically, she decomposed. The smell you have from a cadaver, basically, yeah, that's the smell that was coming from until the moment she drew her last breath. Now, this is the irony. All the money, all the gifts that older gentleman gave her throughout the months and weeks, all of that went into paying doctors, witch doctors. So she never really got to fully enjoy that money. So when they tried to reach back to the older gentleman, for some reason his number was gone from her phone. There were no traces of him, no news. It's as if the man never existed. That's how she died, just like that. It's a very old practice. You also heard of some people going to Dubai and get paid a huge amount of money to partake in that practice. To them, the man, or men plural, doing that to them, it's just a sexual kink. But no, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. There's a whole branch of magic that deals with feces and excrement. Because when a person defecate on you, they mark your soul with a certain spirit or certain spirits. Yeah, you get paid a lot of money. But trust me, what the people who do that to you gain in return is 100 times more. So if a man, man or woman, they flew you out to Dubai or I don't know, anywhere else in the world. Yeah, first class, they pay for your hotel. They give you a couple $1,000. Yeah, you will partake in it. To you, it's nothing. You just take a shower, but it goes a little bit deeper. So you will start because it's also a form of stealing. Let me explain, please. When he defecates or she defecates, usually the male who partake in that. When they defecate on you, they mark your soul for death and decomposition. Every day that goes by, that spirit already knows you have that mark on you. They will suck your life force. They will suck all your good luck, your grace, your divine spark. And in the beginning, you might notice it, but throughout time, you start getting sick, or you're not going to feel well. But the way they marked you is everything in your life will start going bad. Very bad. All that money you made, you're going to lose it. And not only that, your health, spiritual health, and your physical health will start going down the hill. Also, whomever will partake sexually with you, they will also be marked. It's like a transference. The more people you are active with, the more people the person put that mark on you, the wealthier they get. That's why you'll notice most girls and guys who partook in those practices. To them, they're just getting paid. We're not judging, we're not condemning. We're just speaking facts. After 5 to 10 years, most of them are dead. Most of them are dead, or they live in such misery, you will never recognize them. So all that money you make, you will never really fully enjoy it. It comes with a heavy, heavy, heavy price. Ultimately, when you pass away, well, as they say, your soul will go and work for them on the other side, making them even more wealthy. So ask yourself, why would a person pay such a amount of money to do something it's not really sexual, there's no penetration per se. It's just an exchange of fluids. If you know about fluids in magic, in some school of thoughts or some school of initiation, there are 2 or 3 types of things that are needed to complete a ritual. We have something we call the true witnesses. The true witnesses are usually body fluids like your blood, saliva, feces, and then you have the false witnesses. The false witnesses are usually clothes or whatever, anything that came in contact with you that has your essence. And but we'll speak about that another time. Ladies and men who sell the used underwear to unknown parties, you don't know why they're paying top dollar for used underwear. It goes deeper than what you think it is. But anyway, we'll speak about that in another video. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's your Porta Potty. Some of the spiritual ramifications, that one of the reasons why people do it. I'm not talking about people who do it just for sexual kink. Most people who partake in it, there's a spiritual reason and element. So, solutions. That is up to you. Anyway, man or woman gets their money, it's not our place to judge or condemn. People are free to do whatever they want to do. But please, ladies and gentlemen, always protect yourself spiritually. Unfortunately, the minute you get protected, they will know. And they will be like, nah, you're not good for us. Next person. So, without judging, condemning, ask yourself, is it worth it? Thank you. Comments, please.